What's up, guys? This is XRC085 here with a project, a homemade project that I'm working on now. I am making my own all-wheel drive RC car from scratch, and I'm using various parts from wrestler parts, drive shaft, lower control arms, to I'm even using some truck parts from traxxas. This is the I believe is the T Max or the E Max differentials, and I also took apart the gearbox. Here's the gearbox. Now I'm using the components from the gearbox, like where the sleeves, where you would put the bearings in. I'm using that. I'm using the rear. I installed Rustler drive shafts with the arms and the casters and all that stuff. I also have the 3-degree to put in. Now this is going to be designed with no it doesn't have a clutch on this. It's just going to be like the off doesn't have a clutch. It's just center differential gear and then just the motor. Now the way I did it is, if you look here, I took inside when you take the gear. Okay, there's a gear connected to this piece. Okay, I took that piece, cut the gear off, cut the teeth off of it, used the bearing inserts. This piece here is actually from here, which is the opposite side of the gearbox. I just used the bearing installation housing for it, and then took these aluminum brackets that I have. I got to straighten out the bottom. I just cut the holes, make the holes bigger. I lined everything so it looks perfect. So when you put it on, the motor is gonna sit either on top of it or on the side, but it has to be a big motor. It can't be a small one, because the small ones, the gear is too small, and this is gonna have to be set up whatever gear this is to either a 29 or a 34. I know it's gonna make the I'm not gonna get a lot of speed for it, but I'm not really looking for speed. I just want to make it, design it to where it looks good. And this housing piece, this is gonna all get cut up, so it's gonna be a lot smaller than this. I'm gonna use these 3 degrees for the bottom, and I'm gonna use the top here to connect the shocks and the upper link. And then this piece here is all gonna get cut. Everything here is gonna get reused for something on the car. These metal posts that you connect the shocks to, the shock elbow, they're all gonna get taken out, and it will be used for something else. I have the other differential up here. Now this one moves both ways, so it doesn't have a locking pin in it, but this one is just straight up both ways. It moves in the same direction. There is no left or right. It's just locked. So this is a positive rear end, and this is not a positive rear end. Now a buddy of mine already had it set up that way, and I bought it off of him, in that direction. But over here is where I work on all my parts. This is where I have all my parts. These are all the parts that I'm going to be using for this homemade RC car. I got tons of stuff that I bought from him over there. I have some aluminum parts. This I'll probably be selling. So if anybody's interested in buying this, hit me up. It is still brand new. All the aluminums I have, this one's a little here and there. I don't think I could use it for anything, but this will be sold. Batteries will be sold for the gas nitrous. I got servos. This I gotta reattach the wire to it, but I have other stuff that I'm probably gonna use. But 90% of what's in here is going to be used for the sole purpose of that project to complete it. Now I'm gonna have to use the chassis. I'm gonna be using the front and rear chassis plate, so I'm gonna be cutting this right off here and keeping these bolts exposed. Same thing in the front. I'm gonna be using, no, that's the front. This is the rear. same thing. I'm going to be cutting this here and leaving these holes exposed. That's it. And then shock tower. We'll be using this for that. That's it, guys. You know, I'm going to try to put more videos out, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to put more videos. But I'm going to try it. But this is the aluminum that I'm using. You know, thickness of it. This is probably another plate. This will be another plate for something. But that's it for now. Thanks, everybody. Later.